Hi, and welcome to Lost the Plot with M and J. What a week.
Welcome to Lost the Plot with J and M.
Yeah, I probably lost the plot quicker than you this week. How was your week? What did you get up to? We haven't spoken to each other since last Friday. Probably going through withdrawals from me or something, are you?
Huh?
Hey?
As if I'd go through withdrawals. Why would I when I have chocolates?
Is it dark chocolate though?
I can't fucking see it.
Flipping one. It's the orange one, isn't it? It's the intense orange. Dun, dun, dun. Have you tried the sea salt one or the chili one? They're really good too. The chili one's really good. I can't eat a lot of chocolate though because I'm lactose intolerant. A tender. There we go, talking about my poo shit again. So, how was your week? After you got over withdrawals from not seeing me.
I don't have withdrawals from not seeing you.
Oh. Did you hear that? That was my bubble bursting. Go on. If I was sensitive, I'd probably be
I'm
hurt.
trying to turn my speakers up.
Oh. You know what I did
Audio
this week?
settings.
You know what I did this week?
What?
I got a spray tan. Wasn't as
Say that
young as
again?
you. I got a spray tan.
You still look white.
I was washing off. I was super white to start with. You know what?
But now you're just white.
I spent a considerable amount of time nude in front of the mirror on Sunday because I've actually never, ever been brown in my entire life. And the lady that did the spray tan for me was absolutely phenomenal. She was extremely professional, was very comfortable, and just did an amazing job. So I just spent countless moments staring at myself. How's that?
Boring as batshit. Let's talk about something else.
Somebody out there might find it attractive. Thank you very much. No wonder we're freaking friends. Right, what are we going to talk about?
For a white Anglo girl, I doubt it. Most guys like girls with tans, don't they?
I don't know. I don't care. Most guys seem to be dicks, so.
You can't all be fucking angry lesbians.
So, well, now you would
can't all
not
be
tell me.
angry little lesbians, can we now?
No, we can't. No, we can't. But I tell you what, I can understand the draw card for jumping the fence. I really honestly can. Way too.
Water.
Okay, you've got the
It looks
attention
like
span of a gnat.
You
What are we
can't
going
see
to
what
talk
I'm
about?
doing.
No, we can't.
Okay, so we're going to talk about. So, a girlfriend of mine.
Hang on, wait. A mate
well,
that's a girl or a girlfriend? Did you just start a relationship
mate,
and you didn't tell me about it?
Listen. It's none of your business anyway. Listen.
Yeah.
Don't interrupt me, okay? I don't know how many times I have to tell you, don't interrupt me.
All right, I'll try my best. Go. Tell me. You're building suspense. It's bullshit. I've had a feral week. I need some happiness in my life. Talk to me.
Happiness comes with a bzzz,
No.
You know?
No, happiness comes with 50 acres and the smell of rain on the dirt and some fainting goats and some chickens and a bunch of dogs and no humans. That's where it comes from.
Anyway, so fucking moving on from those interesting conversations that you have because you just wobble on. I had a female friend talk to me about she was ripped off by a online scammer, and we were talking about why are all the scammers overseas, and I came up to a conclusion why they're overseas. A lot of scammers are overseas. A lot of the internet scammers are overseas. And I thought about it and I thought, why the fuck are they all overseas and not many here in Australia? I'll tell you why. Because our education system costs a lot of money.
Yeah.
That's why. So as soon as you finish uni, or as soon as you finish, some sort of studying, university costs heaps in Australia. Overseas, it's for free in a lot of countries. So overseas, they don't have to go straight into work to pay off the HECS. HECS, in case you don't know, outside of Australia, it's, their education fees.
Yeah.
Yeah. So as soon as we leave uni, we have to work to pay off our fees because our education costs like 100 grand. Sometimes, $250,000. Depends on what you're doing.
Yeah.
So everybody overseas fucking finishes their uni. They finish their, degree, their fucking masters. They might do 2 fucking degrees, because they got nothing else fucking better to do because it's for free anyway. And they probably do fucking get some sort of little allowance from the government or something so they can study. And then instead of getting a job, like a proper job, like we do here in Australia, they fucking sit at home smoking bongs and trying to figure out how to fucking rip people off from different fucking countries so they don't actually have to work, but they can still make money because now that they got these degrees, they can't be traced. They're in some fucking third world country and they're ripping every fucking, they're trying to rip off the fucking world. They're trying to rip off, innocent people, like here in Australia. And it's all because the government has given them free education and not us. So not only are we fucked up the ass with the education system, but overseas people fuck us up the ass as well. And some of us don't like to be fucked up the ass.
A lot of free sex. Non-consensual free sex.
It's non-consensual sex though.
Yeah.
It's like fucking raping somebody. It's non-consensual. The government needs to do something here in Australia. It needs to fucking lower the education fees. If they want people to become entrepreneurs, if they want new business, they have to, it's better off for the government to give people, at least 75% off their education.
Yeah.
So we can start fucking more industries here, like tech industry, for example.
We're contributing to the country.
I don't know how much they have. Sorry?
Yeah, we're contributing to our country and to our economy. So, we, as you put it, we're getting butt fucked to learn about how to, help our fellow Australians and the people that live in our country. Then we're having to pay all of that back. And then we're getting slugged with, we have like over 200 taxes here. Seriously, 200 flipping taxes. Guarantees a lot of politician jobs.
We got GST. We have to fucking pay GST. Not only do we have to fucking pay GST on a fucking block of chocolate, we have to pay fucking tolls. Then there's GST. Then there's fucking, healthcare levies. Then there's fucking, taxes on fuel. Then there's fucking, you name it, we're getting fucked up the ass by the government.
Yeah.
No matter how you look at it, we're being fucking raped. We're being raped either from people overseas or by our own fucking government who should be looking after us.
I spoke to, because I used to be, well, I still do HR and recruitment, but not on the grand scale that I did back in the day. And I was speaking to a lovely young girl there, and she was explaining to me, now she was either from Nepal or somewhere like that. And she said that the government over there will pay for you to get an education in places like Australia, provided that you go back there and use that skill to help your mother country where you originally came from. But unfortunately, and she was explaining that this is not, out of the norm, that those kids basically come over here, they get these visas and then they go walkies or they stay here on these other visas and they don't go and use their skill base back in their own country. And the government, their government, not ours, doesn't chase them or can't find them, or there's something going on there. She said there's some kind of glitch in the system where they can come over here for free, be educated in our university, and then not keep up their end of the bargain by going back and providing to their country. And when I first heard about the scheme, I thought, wow, that's really noble, because we do have, from a university point of view, a lot of scope for, what we offer. It's not like we only offer IT, we offer everything. So I can understand the draw card of doing that. But then I think, well, what sort of people don't, are not true to their word? Well, 80% of the population, really. But, if someone is giving you an education or a scholarship for you to go to another country, learn the language, learn English in particular, which is, universal, get an education and come back and support your fellow beings, your fellow countrymen and women, and you don't do that, what sort of fucking drop kick are you? I mean, even if you go back there for a couple of years and support and just, the money might be different over there, or they might have wanted to escape their country to start with. I don't know. I don't know the ins and outs because I've always been here. But I just felt it's just not an honourable thing to do. And honour has been on my mind a lot this week. Just people being honourable and saying what they mean and meaning what they say, keeping up their promises, whether it's a handshake or a heartfelt thing. It just, honour. I've been very cynical old bag this week. I've lifted some really heavy weights.
Always are. There's no fucking difference. You always are. You're always complaining about something.
Don't you now, honey? I'm going to now.
I'm complaining about the topics of this fucking world. I'm not complaining about myself. But when people get a free education overseas, they come here, they get a job, they'll undercut people that actually were educated here, because they're not necessarily looking for, so much money starting off with. And their education's just as good as what we received here, but except here, you want to move out of home, when you finish uni. When you finish uni, if you're not living at home, you're living out. You're not going to go from, living out to living at home again. Might not work out that way in life. So a lot of people overseas, they can save a couple of grand and go on a holiday. We save a couple of grand over here, we go on one holiday, after we finish uni, and that's all we can afford because we have to start paying our fucking bills straight away. That's why we're at a disadvantage here, like our education system, like I said, is fucked. There's not enough fucking entrepreneurs in this country to do startups, like do startup businesses, because it's fucked, because we have to make money straight away. And when you're an entrepreneur, it's not guaranteed straight away. You have to build into it. Yeah. So it takes a lot longer to actually do it. And usually the companies that we're working for are fucking overseas-based companies, so all the profits go over there anyway.
Yeah. Do you find that...
What the fuck is this government thinking?
Do you find... Because I actually love the startup businesses. I find that a lot of people who think that they're going into business to work for themselves think that it's going to be easy street. I don't think they realize how hard you have to work for yourself to get yourself over the line in the first couple of years, at least a couple of years before you can start finding your groove in whatever industry you go into. But in the meantime, your family, your friends, and a lot of people that you think are your support, they're actually ratting you out as well. They're not supportive at all. I used to see this a lot when I was teaching people how to run multi-level marketing businesses, and how to find their target audiences, and how to play on their individual strengths and weaknesses, and how to, show them how to find their audience based on who they are as a person. So they're not out of their comfort zone. They can do it easily. And the number of people that would say to me, all my friends and family, they don't want to support my business. They just think, oh, you're going to fail. Oh, that's stupid. Multi-level marketing never bloody works. So they're already behind the 8 ball on their mindset and their level of support before they even get started. And I find that a lot, because my job for 20 years has been to help people get their businesses functioning properly. That's what I do for a living. Not so much anymore. I've kind of retired from that. But it's a lot of people put you down for trying to be an entrepreneur. And I think that people underestimate how strong you have to be and how much of a Teflon plate you need to be able to make it in business.
You know what, to be an entrepreneur, in my experience, through the experience that I've had, the biggest thing that we are lacking to start up our own businesses is something as simple as having a dream. Just having that thought in your head, an idea, and wanting to work towards it, strive towards it. You know, like I come with lots of fucking little ideas that I think, oh, that'll work fucking fantastic. But, you know, I'm just too busy working for myself that I don't get around doing it. But
You write them down? Do you have a goal
all
diary?
you need in life to be happy, and this is kind of like tapping, it's not tapping on the meaning of life, it's tapping on a little bit of happiness here. To be happy in life, if you're working for someone else and you're really unhappy and you're fucking 9-to-5 job and fucking, you know, you're disposable, you can, you know, they can kick you out a flick of a finger, you know, if they really wanted to, and then you got nothing. That's the worst fucking job to be in. You have to, you got to work for a company that really values you, not someone you're just going there and fucking plugging in and plugging out, you know?
Yeah.
Forget about that. But everybody, if they want to be happy, should have a fucking dream. Should have a dream in life, you know? Every day that you're going to work, you should be thinking, you know, if you're unhappy there, if you're happy there, great. You don't maybe need a dream. But if you're not content in where you are in life, it's always good to have a positive outlook, a positive dream, and, you know, dream about taking steps towards what you want, towards that goal, towards that dream. You know, if you want to fucking start up a business, some sort of business, you know, go to your 9-to-5 job, go home at nighttime, you know, do some research, you know, do some research in what you want to get into, you know, do some fucking homework. Because if you think that you're going to fucking ever start working for yourself, like you said before, and you think it's going to be a 9-to-5 job, you fucking stay in that 9-to-5 job, because
You're in for a rude awakening.
from the moment you wake up in the morning till the time you go to sleep, and even fucking when you're sleeping, you're thinking about work all the time. I don't know about anybody else, but I do.
Yeah.
I fucking think about it all the time. And it's, you know, there is a lot of networking in it. There's a lot of strategic planning working for yourself.
Yep.
You don't just say, oh, I work for myself. Oh, you know, I'm fucking making money. Because you're not making money at all if you've got that mindset.
The light involved, you have to approach your own business as though you were working in someone else's, and look at that company or that business that you have as a separate entity to yourself. It becomes an extension of you, because it's your baby. You eat, sleep, breathe, and literally shit it constantly. There's no walking away from it. And if you don't love it enough to give it that sort of commitment, you've got the wrong industry, you've got the wrong product, or it's just not the right one for you, because you have to love it 100% with your whole being. Otherwise, it'll just feel like a chore and you won't stick to it, and it will not be successful.
And no matter how much you get knocked back or people say no, if you have belief, fucking stick to it. You know, do a couple of courses. It's really important. It's really important, for example, for any business. It doesn't matter what the fuck that business is, any business whatsoever. One of the most important courses you can do to help you in any business is a sales course. Learn about sales. Learn to talk to people. Don't be shy to talk to people. You know, don't hold back. How are you going to, you know, find work if you're a shy little fucking newt and you don't like talking to people? How are you going to find work? You can't. You have to, in my opinion, you have to do a fucking sales course. Yeah. To learn how to sell. It doesn't matter if you're fucking selling a glass or a fucking phone or a fucking, or hair color or eye contact.
I think you just froze. Yep. I don't know if you can hear me or not, but we've definitely got, we've frozen you. Let me see what I can do. Let's go. There you go. You're unfrozen now.
So we just had a break because one of us froze.
Yeah. Well, there's a big storm here and it's just starting to get quite hectic now. But I agree with you 100%. I I agree with you 100%. If it's not sales and you're not actually selling a product, and I see this a lot in the spiritual industry where we don't have a product to sell. You're selling a service or a reading or an astrology report or something, and you're not looking at it though it is a product like a box of chips or, you know, a car or that sort of saleable product. Especially when it comes to channeling mediumship and, you know, stuff that you're plucking out of the air, basically. But it's still a product.
Oh yeah, you mean all the bullshit.
Sorry?
You mean all the bullshit stuff?
See, I love how brave you are when we're not sitting in the same room. Weirdo. So, but all that sort of stuff, and Toastmasters is brilliant for that because it gets you actually public speaking and gets you comfortable in talking to people. And in the spiritual world, networking actually happens a lot at the psychic fairs and at book meets and hippie meets and fairs and flea markets and all that sort of stuff. So Toastmasters is another good way of doing it if you don't feel comfortable with the idea of selling. I find solutions for people because I'm not a salesperson, but I will find a solution for you. That's where my comfort level sits. Whereas you can talk to everybody. I mean, you just got that natural ability to never shut the hell up. And people listen to you. I even listen to you. Not all the time, but...
You've got that natural ability of never to shut up.
I'm pretty sure that this podcast was your idea. So you like the fact that I never shut up. Just saying.
It was my idea. So I think it should be 70% me and 30% you.
70% of nothing is But you know what? Even at 30%, I'm still getting.
Okay, let's do a survey in the comments. Critique how we communicate our podcast. If one of us waffle on too long, if one of us, I'm not creating it. Our viewers are going to create it, not me. I've got nothing to do with it. If one of us fucking waddle along too much, write it in the comments. Okay. If you want one of us to fucking talk less and the other one to talk more, write it in the comments.
What are you going to do?
And if you fucking critique me, if you fucking critique me, fuck you. I'm not going to listen to you anyway.
I was just going to say to you, what if they say you talk way too much, dude? For a dude, you talk too much. You're going to be like, whatever, dick. Oh dear. So what sort of week did you have? Was it a good week?
Busy week.
A busy week. Yeah.
A busy week.
Did you get?
So I'm doing a course, and I'm fucking. Yeah, I did actually. It's really good, except the quick shifter now doesn't work. I'm spewing because the quick shifter was working fine before. You know when something feels really tight and it just doesn't want to go? Like before, it felt really loose before. Like it felt like a fucking, you know, it felt like, you know, when something's loose, right?
I was just going to say, here he goes. I can tell by the look on his face, he's going to turn this into some sort of sexual innuendo. Yep. So did you take?
You know when it's like throwing a sausage. You know when it's like loose, like throwing a sausage down the corridor, right? When something is loose, right?
Yeah.
So my quick shifter was working fine before, you know, like everything was loose on the bike. But now that I've got a new chain, new sprockets, new everything, cost me like, you know, just over $1,400 for the whole thing. I had a minor service done. I had new sprockets, a new chain. There was a fucking oil leak that I never saw before in one of the front forks that was leaking on the tire.
Oh, thank goodness you found that.
Oh, fuck, I didn't see it. I saw something on the fork was a little bit like oily after I washed it the other day, but I went for a ride, you know, last weekend. Nothing. Because I notice little things like that. Like I look at my tires and I check my tires out and everything.
Yeah. You're frozen again. Does that mean I'm frozen at this end? I bet you it does. Whoops. Thunder and lightning here. Hang on.
Oh,
there we go.
Did you stop it or are you going or what? What's going on? Fuck, how come you got the control of stopping and going all the time?
I got your mute button, baby. No, I Because you were frozen, and I mean, obviously I was frozen too, but you looked very in a concentrative state. I was doing you a favor by pausing it. You're welcome. But we got thunder and lightning here too, so. But old Telstra will no doubt can the no bloody net very, very soon.
Yeah,
But yeah, so you got all that
There's
done. So $1,400 for minor service. It sounds like your bike needed a fair bit of. It's actually good that you're still safe riding it. And I mean, bike stuff's expensive anyway. So
I bought another part for it because I had to get a. It's called on the motorbike because the owner before me put a full exhaust through there, like from the front to the back, all the way. New exhaust, a full exhaust, not just slip-on or anything. And he didn't change. It's called the. Oh, what the fuck's it called? I've got it on my phone. It's called something servo. Oh, what was it called? Fuck. Hang on, I can't get it out of here. But it was called something servo or servo something, and it pretty much lets the engine know that you've got a full exhaust.
oh yeah.
Can't remember what it's called. Servo fucking. Let me have a look on my phone. I'll be able to see if it's still on my search list.
Well, you know that I got the kit that I wanted for my bike. I'm just waiting to book it in now. The mechanic can do it. I can't wait. Should be super fast. Super fast.
What do you want a fast bike for? You don't even know how to ride it slow. The fuck?
You realise I've been riding way longer than you, by decades longer than you.
That doesn't. You know what? I've been riding for fucking 2 years, and all the seasoned riders who had been riding for like 10, 15 years, they swear they think I've been riding forever. Yeah, I've done a lot of courses.
You feel more comfortable on a bike than you do in a car, though. I think you remember saying ages ago. So you perfect, and you like to perfect whatever it is you chuck yourself into. If you were into the turf business or dung beetle business, you would perfect your craft because you need to know everything about that craft for you to feel comfortable with it. So I'm not surprised. I just complimented you in a roundabout way, but I think you're frozen. Either that or you're giving me the best stare of death I've ever come across in my entire life. Take up all the whole, I don't want it to take up the whole time by doing freeze faces. So did you get anything that I just said that was nice about you? Or are you going to force me to say it again? Yeah. Did you really?
You just said dung beetles and crap that I fucking would perfect the art of doing it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Was that nice, was it?
Yeah, because you want to make sure that you know what you're talking about and your confidence level. So I'm not at all surprised that you've got the confidence that you have with the bike because you would have perfected it. You would have done courses. You would have made sure you know what you're talking about. Yeah,
why the fuck do you want to make your bike faster for? What do you want to fucking hit a car quicker?
No. No, why not?
Then why? Why?
Why? Better performance, better fuel economy, the dyno tune on it. So
you're going to have
better air.
Don't you have to get a boost? It's going to be an aftermarket fucking thing. Don't you have to get don't you have to get like if you do work to the motor, don't you have to get like a new blue slip and you know all of that sort of stuff?
Yeah, the guy that'll put it on will sort all that out for me.
I don't know why you want a fucking faster bike. What do you want a faster bike for? You ride fucking. Actually, I don't know how you ride.
No, you don't. No, mate. Maybe pipe down before you get left behind next time, eh? So
next time.
Next time.
I've never ridden with you.
Exactly.
I've never ridden with you. Period.
No, you haven't.
I don't imagine you being a fucking speed demon, though. Have you ever been? Have you ever been to the track?
No, I'm not interested in that style of riding. The knee
Yeah, but
down
it's
shit
not-
was something I did in my 20s. I'm not interested in doing
No,
that
no,
now.
no.
I ride for very
There's,
different
look,
reasons now.
there's different types of riders out there. There's riders that fucking, you know, like doing adventure rides to go and see the countryside because they like, you know, the fresh air, you know, and the feeling of freedom. That's the feeling of all bikes, okay? That's the feeling of being in total control and having that fucking power. You know, you move the throttle 5 millimeters, and that's a difference between going 50 k's an hour and 130 k's an hour. It's so easy to speed on a bike. You know, and you need a lot of fucking you need to be a calm person and not a fucking hooligan to jump on a bike, you know, otherwise you lose your license real smart, really quick. But, you know, then there's other people who, such as myself, for example, I've done track about 4 times. And the only reason I've done track is to make me a better and confident rider on the road. It's not to go fast or anything. On the track, you can fucking let loose, you know, but it's not until you let loose and fucking, you know, do corners at silly speeds where there's no obstacles and you're not going to hit, you know, a tree or a fucking another car or anything like that. If you come off the bike, it's on the tarmac and then on the grass or on the gravel or whatever's next to the track, you know, and the track's usually well kept and, you know, there's no potholes and all of that sort of stuff. But I don't go on track to fucking, you know, be a track junkie. There are people who only do track, who get their knees down, who fucking, you know, lean their bikes at fucking ridiculous angles. And
Some of the girls
a lot of those people don't.
Yeah.
A lot of those people don't ride on the road. They don't ride on the road because it's unsafe to ride on the road. You got to be fucking alert. You know, you
I really hope it captures your face. It looks like you're telling an amazing story.
and you're frozen again. But can you still hear me when, even if I freeze?
Nope.
Can you still hear me?
Nah, everything stopped. That's why I paused it.
It must be your end. It's not my end. And this is a good topic too.
I'd rather not talk about either of our ends, to be honest.
It doesn't matter. We're still going to publish it. But anyway, as I was saying, you know, when you're riding and in rain, you've got to be vigilant of, you know, 100 things going on around you. You know, there could be water on the road. It could be a pothole. You think it's a puddle, but it's a fucking pothole. And that pothole could be massive.
Yeah.
You know, then there's water on the visor. You know, you close the visor and then it fucking steams up a bit, fogs up, you know. There's so many fucking scenarios to go wrong on a fucking motorbike.
No, but we love it and do it anyway.
You know, and then you get some fucking dickhead in a car weaving in and out of the fucking traffic.
Yeah.
You know, and they might not see you because cars have more blind spots than motorbikes do.
Yeah.
Like we can see everything, you know, we can see everything around us. One thing important for motorbikes though, it's important to have cameras on a bike, front and back, in case somebody rear ends you or somebody, you know, fucking does something stupid in front of you. You know, if they change lanes, they don't see you, because a lot of cars, you know, still a lot of cars don't have the lane, you know, avoidance thing on their rearview mirror.
Yeah.
You know, like modern cars do, but not older cars. No, fuck, I don't know. I forgot where I was going with this, but because you started the podcast, hey?
There's all different sorts of riders. But I've done all of that. I've ridden dirt. My idea now is to jump on my bike, the silence to quiet, do the country ride. I'm not interested in doing corners at ridiculous speeds. I've already done that. I've been riding for a very long time.
Yeah, but
It doesn't
hang on a
interest
second.
me. So
You gotta fucking...
you evolve through different things. And I ride a cruiser, a super low. You're not going to be able to do the corners
Yeah, a
on
super
that.
low, and you just got a fucking supercharger kit fucking gonna put on it.
Yeah, fuck yeah.
I thought you were over fucking speeding. You can't fucking speed on a fucking cruiser.
It's not about speed. It's about torque. It's about where your power is. It's about how you take off. It's about your handling. It's about the bike responding to you.
You're 5'1". You can ride
my
a fucking Grom and still go like a rocket. You're a little fucking petite chick. You can ride a fucking 125. And what have you got on your bike? What are you getting on it? 1600 or a 1400? What are you getting?
No, it's 1200, but it'll be dyno, so it'll be fucking quick.
1200?
Yeah.
Yeah, so what's the fucking point? You can't speed like that on the road anyway.
Well,
What do you
it's
want to
not
go
about
from 0 to...
speeding. It's not about speeding.
Okay.
It's about the talk, about where to. Like when I first started
Okay.
riding Harleys, I rode a Street 500,
What do you
and
want to
there's
do?
no
One
torque
to
factor
six.
on them. Okay, there's no torque factor.
What do you
on
want to
them.
do? 1 to 60 in fucking 1.5 seconds? Is that what you? Is that what the whole fucking purpose of it is? I think it's a waste of time.
Well, I work
Okay,
hard.
well.
If I want to waste my money on a Harley, I will. It's
You
my
know
thing.
what? If you're 100, if you're 100 fucking kilo woman, which you're not, you're like fucking 50. If
Yeah.
you're 100 kilo, if you're 120 fucking kilo woman, and you know you need more power because the bike's a little bit sluggish because of the power to weight ratio, I'd understand. But fucking, you're tiny, you're slim, you weigh next to nothing, and you want to get a fucking more powerful fucking, you know, kit put on your bike.
Yeah.
Before.
It's a small man syndrome thing. I don't know. I've always wanted to take a bike that I absolutely fucking loved, like super loved. I saw a Joy Glide, 1964 Joy Glide recently, and I'm like, fuck yeah, got a total boner, kickstart, the whole kit and caboodle. It was beautiful. But I had been in love with old school bikes that you can do anything you like with them. And with the Sportster range in particular, not so much the new ones, because it looks like an FXDR and a Livewire had a baby, but very, very quick bikes, I'll give them that. But with the sporty range, you can do so much to them. You can put the tank on a different angle, you can put little mini apes, you can put springer seats. I've just slowly built the bike because I loved how she handled. And now I'm just tweaking her. Look, I need a beard so my beard can part in the middle when I've got my helmet on and just cruising down the freeway. It is. If you don't understand where I'm coming from, you probably won't. And you're a sports bike rider, so you're like decked out in all your gear and your gloves, and you know, whereas it's just a different style of mindset and thought. And it doesn't mean that I just mean I'm a different rider and I'm a different stage in my life. And I've done all that stuff. I've fucked myself up on dirt bikes. I've hurt myself doing all sorts of shit, and riding horses have probably been the worst stacks. But I'm at that point now where I'm not interested in doing stupid speeds. I just want to maximize my bike, be very comfortable, be comfortable with where my bike is going, how she handled, get that torque there if I need to get out of trouble, and love the rumble of her. And she's got a fucking rumble and a half because I put cams in her. So it sounds like an old school Harley. The only thing I'd love to do would be able to kickstart her, but she's not. She's electric start. There you go.
When's the bike going to be ready?
I'm gonna wait for him to give me
When's
a
it
call.
gonna be
Hurry
ready?
up, Jim. Ring me, Jim. I know, we'll go for a ride and I'll show you. I'll give you a ride on my bike. You need to be careful though, because she's quick. She's already quick. It's not like these sports bikes where you go zip. I've ridden sports bikes. They do go zip and they're very quick and they are designed for that. And it's a very different style of riding altogether. But there's just something that's so appealing to me about a cruiser that I just love them. I absolutely love them. And this will be my favorite cruiser ever, but I'll be going for bobbers because I want to do up a bobber next. I'll never do my own mechanical stuff. I'm not interested in doing that. I'm fascinated and I'll go and sit with the mechanic while he does it. I'm not interested in doing it myself. But all the aesthetic changes and the things that you can do with bobbers and Harleys and stuff like that, absolutely. That's me all over. I love it. Customizing your bike so it's an extension of you.
I hate breaking up your babbling, but yeah, it's fucking, it's coming close. I can hear the thunder.
Yeah, it's bad.
The clouds aren't moving fast, but I can hear the thunder. It'd be so nice to go for a ride now, though.
Well, yeah, but
Have you got a dog next to you?
Yeah.
Do you have a dog next to you?
Yeah, that's
I can hear the fucking panting. I can hear. Show us the dog.
Hang on. Oh, I can't get her in the. She won't hear you. There she is. One half of our Jimmy Sheppy.
Oh, you've got the German Shepherds and you got the German Shepherds and I got the Kelpies.
Yeah.
You got the guard dog. I got the working dog. Hey?
we've got two baby kelpies at work. Oh, they're a few months old now. My CEO's got one called Dusty, who is just this old man face. He's beautiful. And little Jessie, who's completely fucking crazy. She's cray, and we love her. And I do Zoomies in the office when I'm supposed to be working, and I don't care. It's the best fun environment ever. It's really cool.
So my last dog that I had years ago, he's passed on, but he was a Kelpie. He was a Kelpie, a blue, sort of blue and black Kelpie. And then the recent one, which I've purchased for my mum, because she lives on an acreage, and after my dad passed away as companionship, she's a Kelpie cross, short-haired border collie.
She's lovely, isn't she? She's got a beautiful little face.
It's the first female dog we've ever had in the family.
Oh.
And I didn't know, like you, I didn't know that female dogs get their rags. I fucking had no idea. We've always had men dogs. I didn't know that fucking dogs get their periods.
Where did you think baby puppies come from? More pet stores. Did you join the dots on that? You didn't.
No, I didn't know they actually bleed, you know?
Oh, okay.
I didn't know they actually bleed.
Yeah. Yeah.
I thought she fucking hurt her paw, you know? And then I'm like, what the fuck? What happened? Did she hurt herself somehow? Had no fucking idea. Had no idea what was going on. And then Googled it and fucking found out that dogs get their periods too.
Sorry.
Why don't fucking birds get their periods? Does that mean birds get their periods as well? Or lizards or something?
I've got two lorikeets, Dave and Al. And Al's a female and she lays eggs. And Dave is a rescue.
Does she get a period?
Hey? No,
Do they get their periods?
No, but she can lay unfertilized eggs. So I'm kind of thinking some sort of evolution things going on there, but she can lay unfertilized eggs. And then if Dave had his wild way with her, but Dave's too young, he just fell out of a tree not that long ago, so he's still getting his flight feathers and stuff. The trouble is when you get them that young, it's really hard to rehabilitate them. They very rarely want to go back out into the wild. So Al refuses to fly. Dave's pretty much at that point now where he's not going anywhere. I mean, they get fed fresh fruit and whatever they want 3 times a day and baths and stuff. Why would they leave the nest? So, but yeah, so once Dave's old enough, we'll put them together.
Dave's going to have a MILF.
Yeah,
Dave's going to have a MILF in
yeah.
the same cage.
Yeah, they're still living separately. They're still living separately.
The older ones always put out easier, Dave. It'll be not long before you get back in there, you know. Now I can hear the thunder.
I think the older ones are less inclined to listen to the bullshit, to be honest. The nonsense.
Yeah, that's right. Just fucking the older ones, they're like, are we talking about people now? The older ones are like, fucking stop fucking talking and just fuck me, will you?
No. They're like, here we go again, another bullshit story. All right, lad. Keep it coming. I'll just pretend I'm listening to you.
The older ones are like, fucking, yeah, you'll fucking do. Let's just have sex and then piss off home.
Probably less drama. Probably less drama involved in a lot of it. Oh, I think the storm's coming back around. You might get the double banger.
I haven't even got one banger yet.
Oh, well, it's
the clouds outside. I'm looking outside, and they're not fucking even moving. The clouds. I can hear the thunder. Yeah. I can see the clouds in the distance.
I've still got thunder
it's not
here.
Moving. It's not moving. The clouds are not moving. There's no wind whatsoever outside.
No.
But occasionally I'll hear the thunder.
Yeah.
But I've got to love you and leave you. Ooh. Ooh, 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 ooh.
Wait, hang up. I've got to go watch a horror movie and be scared.
There was a fucking really big thunder just now. Ooh, 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 ooh. I love watching the thunder. I love watching the lightning and the rain because I live on the water.
Yeah, it's awesome.
You know,
isn't it?
because of my view that I have. Oh, fuck, it's awesome.
Caesar's not pooing at the moment. He's inside because it's raining.
Let me just turn the camera around and I'll see.
You can't because we've got the background.
Hang on.
Remember?
I put it against the glass.
No, it doesn't work. You just got a blob. No.
For fuck's sake.
Oh, I can see the
Hey.
frame. Oh, there's me. Why am
There's two
there's-
monkeys.
there's
Ooh,
two of me.
ooh. Give me. Oh, yeah. Dancing in the wind. Yeah.
Yeah, weirdo.
Ooh.
Why are we even
Ooh.
friends?
Ooh.
Cheaper than Comedy Hour at
Hello.
Netflix. Hey, guess what? Speaking
Hello.
of, Michael, focus.
Yeah.
You know what focus means? Fuck off because you're stupid. Hey, guess what? I think it's a Philharmonic Orchestra. I think it
In
is.
the sailing boat as she rocks away. In the sailing boat as she rocks away.
Will you stop
Anyway,
it?
nobody
Hey.
wants to see two of you.
I
Huh?
reckon
What?
people would love
Fuck,
it. Though.
what?
The Philharmonic Symphony Orchestra, I think it is. I really think it's it. They're doing all of Metallica's songs, the instrumentals. Oh my God. That's amazing.
You know who do fucking good? Have you heard of the two cellos?
Yes.
Have you heard of
Thunderstruck.
the two cellos?
Yeah.
Yeah,
did a
they do
brilliant
Thunderstruck really well.
Yeah.
Yep.
So
The two cellos. Just look it up. It's the number 2 and then cellos. CELLOS, is it?
Yep.
I think so.
Yeah.
Two cellos.
So because
Did you
Metallica
know-
has some. Well,
did
you
you
zip
know-
it. I'm trying to tell you something about Metallica. They
Hey,
have the
I'm
best sheet
trying to
music
tell you
ever.
about the two cellos still.
Oh, okay.
Did you know that they're Croatian?
Are they
the two
really? No wonder
cellos
they're
are
so good
Croatian?
looking.
Yeah, fuck yeah. I know.
The Croatians are really good looking. I actually haven't seen an ugly one yet. I'm not joking. I mean, even look at the females in
What
your
about
family.
me?
They're stunning. Yeah, you look like you've been hit upside the head with a shovel or dropped on your head at birth. But, you know, you're my friend, so
That's
I'll always
because-
support you, even though you're ridiculously ugly. Yeah. But they're very good looking
Yeah.
people. Like as a culture, they're unbelievably good looking. See, I'm your number one. Thanks, Michael. All right, I think we got to wind it up. You've been waffling shit for too long now.
You know what I got on this Saturday? Because we're not going to speak before then. Guess what I got on?
What?
I'm doing a photo shoot for a casting agency.
Oh, they did like what they saw. Yay.
They did, yes.
So is it going to be like Debbie Does
I-
Dallas, or are you going to do other stuff?
No, I'm only going to do women. I'm not doing any men.
Portraying women?
Portraying women, you never know.
Portraying, not betraying.
Not that sort of it's not that sort of a fucking casting agency.
Oh, okay.
It's for like it's for the TV and stuff.
Are you going to remember me when
So
you're famous?
I got a photo shoot. I'm still gonna fucking, you know, catch the bus when I go to places and stuff. I'm not gonna. I'll be like Keanu Reeves, you know.
I was just thinking you're the Croatian
still-
Keanu Reeves.
I'll still be humble.
Yeah, if you're not, I'll beat some sense into you. You'll be humble. I won't let you get away with too much bullshit.
No, I'll be humble.
Yeah.
I'll still be a smart ass, but I'll be a sarcastic fucking humble person.
I'll be a humble smart ass.
I'll be a humble smart ass.
Yeah. What?
Anyway,
Oh,
so
I've got lightning here.
It's 6
Okay,
in
you gotta
Sydney,
go.
Australia.
Yeah.
I have to go.
Athelina, be careful.
Don't forget to
Oh.
like and subscribe because we're in
on.
a rush today. Oh,
Yeah.
fuck. Actually, put that other face up. It's much cuter.
She is adorable, isn't she? All right, I gotta go. I'll talk to you. Oh, be careful. Be careful. I'll talk to you soon. Thanks for watching. Lots of plots live with M and J or J and M, however you shall choose. Bye for now.